Let's understand how to find 2 power n, that is computing power. Or it's not just about 2 power n, it's about any x and is power of n. Okay, power to n. So what is computing power? Okay, first let's understand question. So what we are want to find is, if I am given x and if I am given n, I have to find x raised to n in optimal way. So what will be the naive approach? Okay. So here it will be iterative and recursive both. So I'll explain in recursive. So what we will do is understand, if I have x power n minus 1, then can I find x power n by how? By multiplying it with x one time. Again, to find x power n minus 1, can I multiply x into x power n minus 2? Similarly, this is what the recursive problem. At the end, we are multiplying with 1. Yes, that's it. So it's very simple. That if I have x minus, what is recursion? Is basically you are calling the function in itself. Okay, and basically you are trying to avoid the multiple task. Not avoid, but to write a different methods for same multiple tasks. Instead of that, you are using the same function to do the same task, similar task. Okay, with different value. And at the end, this here it will be x into n minus n, which is 0. That is, at the end it is x into 1. Okay, I mean x raised to 0 is 1. So in this way we will get the x power n. So what will be the time complexity of this O of n? Let me know in the comment section if you want a separate video on time and space complexity. Okay, now further how we can optimize this is, consider if I have, let's say, 2 power 10 is I want to find. If I have 2 power 5 value, why do I need to do again 2 into 2 into 2 for other 2 power 5? What can't we do, just multiply by 2 power 5? Yes, right. Then we'll get 2 power 10, isn't it? So if I have the half value, that works. So what how we can modify this? What we will do is, instead of x into x of n minus 1, what we will do is, if x of n is equal to x of n by 2 into x of n by 2. Now, if my n is even, this works. Okay, but my if my n is odd, what will happen is x of n by 2 into x of n by 2 into x we have to do. Now again, this what we'll do for n by 2, x of n by 4 into x of n by 4. Similarly for this, same for this, and at the end we'll get something in x into 1 or something, or like this same thing. So that's how we reduced from O of n to O of log n. This is the log n, because this will be a structure. Like, for example, if I have 10, it will divide into 5 5. Then I'll have what, 2 2 1, and then 1 1 1 1, like that. Okay, now let's write the code. Computing power. We'll write a method public int, let's say power int x comma n, I mean int n. And if my, first, what is the condition? If my x is equal to 1 or my n is equal to 0, what will be our answer? It is just x, because 1 raised to anything will be 1, right? And anything raised to 0 will be 1. And again, if my n is equal to 1, in that case we will return what? We'll return x. Now after this, what we will do is, if my n percent 2 is equal to 0, that means it is even, then return power of x comma n by 2 into power of x comma n by 2. Else what we will do is into x. Now, here if you see, still we are calculating. Okay, I'll further improve this. Okay, now what I'll do, power, will make it as static, 2 raised to 10. Now let's run this. So even in this solution, what we are doing, we are again multiplying and again calling this c, right? So what we will do, instead of that, we will compute one and then pass it. So what I'll do is int xy, let's say, is equal to power of this x comma n by 2. Not here, I'll take it outside. And here we can replace with xy. We don't need to calculate this two times, right? That's what we discussed. That's it. So here xy, what we did, we initially calculated the power of this low. So what I explained is I have 2 power 5. So I don't need to find 2 power 5 again. So I just can reuse. So this we are reusing. Okay, once we calculate this, we don't need to calculate again this. We can just use it. So like how initially we did power of x of n minus n by 2, and then if n percent 2 is 0, then x into xy into xy, else we have this, and if this is odd, then this. Yes, 1024. So we are getting this. Let me run this again. 1024. And let's say I'll add 500. Let's see what happens. I'll run this. Okay, why we are getting this 0 is because we are using int, and in integer it might get overflow. So let me try with 50. So you have to understand that as well. So wherever it is necessary, use long. Okay, so let me use 20. I hope 20 should work. 50 is more. So it's like 2 raised to 20, right? Yes, 2 raised to 20 is working. So if you want more, then you can, instead of int, you can use the long value. And in the question, that's what. And whenever you are solving a question and you get this kind of things like 0 and all, that means your integer is overflowing and not sitting in that range. So you have to change that into long, or you have to check if in question it is asked to use a modulo operator. Okay, like modulo 10 raised to 9 plus 7 or something. Okay, that's it. So in this way we can solve this computing power, and keep in mind this separate, you'll not get questions like this, but you'll get sub questions and questions of this power, prime numbers and factors. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel this video is helpful to you, please like this video, subscribe my channel, stay updated. Thank you.